the entire time it's cold out, people are just standing there chanting. It's fun. It never gets old.
What's the vibe been like for you for WrestleMania in general? Watching kind of what it's become, right, since you've been gone.
So this is my first WrestleMania where it's 2 nights, and it's drastically different. It really does feel bigger. I thought I would, and I still might, because I'm not there yet, but obviously the plan was to compete at WrestleMania and didn't get to do that. Got hurt. Occupational hazards happen all the time. But to still be in the mix and to still be here doing stuff like this, and obviously I won 2 Slammies, that was pretty neat, but I've been pretty active and I've been pretty busy, and that I think has gone a long way to help my recovery because it's just been great. It's night and day compared to the last time I was here, you know, and WrestleMania is obviously the biggest show of the year, so for it to be 2 nights now, I think my perspective on it is it's really, really cool. And I think maybe 10 years ago I would have been like, 2 nights, what are you, crazy? And now it just makes all the sense in the world, especially for the amount of talent that we have in the locker room. People get to show out on both nights.
You know, throughout your career, there have been a lot of words that have been used to describe you. One of them is toyetic. Would you describe CM Punk as toyetic?
Yeah. You say toyetic?
Toyetic.
Is that a word?
Toyetic is indeed a word. When you look at the screens around you, this is what it means to be toyetic, that somehow just you kind of going out there and being yourself lends itself to action figure form. When you go back and you think about some of the action figures that have been made from the moments that you've had, are there any specific toyetic moments that you appreciate being forever captured?
Well, I'll give you some of my self-deprecating humor. I don't know how toyetic I am. I think I'm a toy manufacturer's worst nightmare. I have a Pepsi tattoo. It's like the stupidest tattoo you could possibly have that you have to somehow cover up and make it into like a yin yang or something else, or just make it a blue blotch. I don't know. It's dumb, but that's what I love about tattoos, is they're so subjective. Toys are pretty subjective too. I think a lot of people would make fun of people for collecting toys or action figures or whatever, but a lot of these are special to me. I see the 2-pack of me and Steve Austin.
Yep.
I mean, that's insane. That's cool just to be, I mean, the number one, the biggest star this business has ever produced, and Steve Austin in a 2-pack. Like, that is wild. Did you not get that right away? Thank you. I see a lot of cool stuff. I mean, me and Taker, I honestly don't think I've ever seen that 2-pack.
Oh, wow.
A lot of this stuff, a lot of the merchandise that gets made for any given superstar, at least in my experience, I will see for the first time if I'm doing a signing. So somebody will be like, can you sign this? And I'll be like, where did you get this? What is this? Is this licensed merchandise? It always blows my mind. Mattel, I think, has always made the really cool CM Punk action figures. See the one in the middle there with the chest hair, pre-tattoo. This just makes me want to get a lot more tattoos, just so you guys got to keep up with the Joneses. You know, yeah, I'm here to stress you out. Absolutely.
There's also a lot of different hairstyles. Like, you change your look specifically, and Bill is the one over here that has to keep up with all those looks to make sure that the shelves still look like CM Punk.
I apologize.
Are there any looks from your past that haven't been made yet? This is really a question for Bill's research. By Mattel that you'd like to see in action figure form?
Oh, that's a question for the fans. I think one of the ones that I really, really liked is when I had my arm on a sling. You know, because I had surgery on my elbow.
Breaking the 4th one.
And I was excited because I was like, I get to go home. And then Vince was like, no, I need you to cut promos. I'm just gonna put your arm in a sling. And then I got a toy out of it, so at least I got paid for my misery. I don't see kind of really. I mean, you got everything. You got like the 6 CM Punk action figure right there. That's when I was ill. I remember that. Different T-shirts. I don't see Bret Hart gear. I would like.
Yeah.
And if you really want a deep cut, there was the time I dressed as a mariachi and hit Chavo over the head with a guitar. We gotta get real weird. Big old mustache.
I think John from Ringside is taking notes on that.
Exactly. Good.
Well, I'm sure that you guys are here to see a CM Punk figure being revealed.
Yeah.
I've heard there may be more than one.
Well, I mean, when you came back, Bill and I immediately got together and got to work, and we put our minds together, and we want to do every look, past, present, and future, across all of our lines. So we're going to start with our main event series. Formerly Basics, but we know that these figures are anything but basic. So kicking it off with Series 150, we're going to go back to a throwback look of yours. Bill, tell us about the head sculpt of this figure and why it was special.
Yeah, we picked this one because this represents your time when you were sort of on the outs with Paul Heyman, and you had like a facial hair that kind
I
of...
was on the outs, all right.
You had like some the hair in the facial area kind of resembled like a Wolverine from the X-Men, and it was a really unique look. So when we wanted to put this one back out on the marketplace.
And of course, you know, you wear tons of different gear, different colorways and whatnot. So in 150, you're also going to have the Chase variant, which would be this look right here. And we happen to have samples of these figures now, which we're going to put in the booth later. But if you can bring those samples out, we can check those out and see them.
Oh!
So here are...
Oh, I used to be so handsome. Thank you.
He's right!
I clean up well sometimes. This is super cool.
Yeah, so you can come by the booth right after this panel and check these figures out for yourself.
Can I just say, as a CM Punk fan for a long time, as you know, and an action figure collector, that's the first time that I've seen a physical CM Punk back in the line, and that is so. Are we excited? Yeah! CM Punk back in this line. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Now I gotta work on getting a Mattel Larry action figure.
Twist my arm. All right, so we're coming in hot with another look from the past in basic series. I'm sorry, main event series.
Main event.
Put another $1 in the basic jar. Main event series 154 from the 2010 Royal Rumble. One of your most memorable performances here. Bill, you know, any notes on this look?
Yeah, this one obviously, you still had the longer hair, the full, probably the fullest beard you had as a member of the WWE. So yeah, we're gonna go back and recreate that look as well.
Yeah, the 2010 Royal Rumble, I mean, that's a great figure to have because that was a big Rumble for you. I mean, it was a big time in your career. You eliminated like 5 people in that match. What was going on in your head? What was kind of the process like in getting in there and being a part of that?
I think the thought in my head was trying to maximize the time I had. Because Royal Rumbles are so action-packed. Everybody's not necessarily paying attention to what's going on in the ring. They're always, at least some point in the match, looking this way to see who's coming out next. It was a real gift that I was able to have a microphone in the Royal Rumble, you know? It's kind of a gift and a curse. So you become so good and so known at cutting promos, they want you to do it all the time. And I love that because, I mean, hey, look at me now. I'm out injured, but I'm still here with a microphone in my hand. I'm doing pre-show stuff, calling matches at WrestleMania. It's almost a little bit of a teachable moment for anybody in NXT or for any aspiring wrestlers out there. You have to figure out who you are and know who you are and know what you're good at. And if you're afforded such an opportunity like to be in a Royal Rumble, maximize your minutes. And I got to do that with wrestling and simultaneously cutting a promo, which is just entertaining.
Speaking of doing commentary, you better make sure that you take some reference photos tonight, because I guarantee you, if you're doing commentary in the World Heavyweight title match, Bill McKenna is going to make an action figure.
Yeah, we'll set that.
A commentator's CM Punk figure.
Okay, well, I should be wearing a brace right now. I keep forgetting it. So maybe we'll get the 3-piece CM Punk and a brace action.
I can't wait.
With Larry.
I can't wait. So we know the 2010 Royal Rumble, of course, you were part of a faction then. You've been part of a faction. You've been part of rivalries. Steve, are we going this route with CM Punk representation in 2-packs?
Well, there's not just main event single figures. There are our main event showdown figures. So we're going to pull from a memorable feud here, and maybe it's something you had just mentioned a few moments ago. But let's go to a clip to show you guys what this gear is going to represent.